Well, let me tell you something, brother.
Snort, 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 Kogan. Drip, snort, snort. I got the drip. Go.
So, how's everyone today? What's on everybody's mind this morning? Let's do a little bit of Q&A. Let's hang out for a bit. Again, this is not a serious session of anything. Just hanging out for about a half an hour. We'll build up viewership, and then around noonish, we'll start with GTA 4. What we really need to do is figure out what we're doing for DSP Tries It, because it's been wild. I mean, last week, out of nowhere, got a ton of support from one person, and we end up doing DSP Tries It, the Flight of Beers. So on the fly, real fast, we try to think of another one, and someone came up with, hey, the Calorie Mate bars from, Metal Gear Solid 3, which you're playing now, would be a great one, because they're real. I said, oh, they're real? I didn't know that. So I got them, and as they show up, boom, we hit another milestone, and now we already did that yesterday. So now we're trying to figure out what's new, what's the next one. And originally I was going to do Taco Bell, but people are telling me to hold off because this week Taco Bell is supposed to have a new menu. Like they're adding a whole new Decades menu for this year. So I probably should hold off. So then what do? The Valid Tony has spicy language. Well, it's probably because he's gay. So they probably have a bunch of swear words relating to that, right? Well, we'll see what happens. Real life loser, there's no way to confirm anyone is anyone. Like, how do I know if the guy who contributed yesterday is Iron Chef Sakai or maybe someone else? There's no way to know. I have no clue. What if DSP Tries It were related to games? I don't know. We've never done anything like that. The problem is the difference between DSP Tries It now and an idea of a game is this simple. DSP Tries It, as it is, being some kind of a taste test or a product test, is a short thing that I can do. It doesn't really disturb the schedule that much. I mean, maybe I have to end the stream a tiny bit earlier or whatever. But for the most part, it's good. It's seamless. It doesn't really affect anything. If you start changing it that, oh, well, now you're going to play a game because you hit a certain amount of goals. Well, that's it. It fucks up the schedule. Because now I need to somehow have random segments where I can just play other games. And it bumps games from the schedule and it fucks everything up. That's why I don't do it. I have a set schedule. People like that because they know when to come by. They know what I'm playing. They know this, the slots that they want to be here for, because not everyone wants to watch everything. Some people want to watch GTA. Some people want to watch Street Fighter. Some people want to watch Suikoden, right? Now, if I'm all of a sudden saying, oh, we hit 40 goals, guys, so now the stream's canceled so we can play another game, that fucks everything up. So I'm not doing that. There's less free range movement. If you're using a machine and the machine has your arms in that set position and you're moving, and it's just doing that one movement. So it's just that one muscle group that's isolated. If you have free weights, you're moving a bunch of muscle groups. I see. That makes sense. Why did I end Truck Simulator after one time not hitting the goal when some games I didn't hit the goal, but I still continue? Because it's not a narrative-based game. Let's say, for example, we're playing Suikoden 2, and all of a sudden, one stream, we only make $120 instead of $150. That's still pretty good for a JRPG. It's a narrative-based game that has a definitive ending. And if we're already a good amount into it, I want to finish it. With Truck Sim, we have literally played Truck Sim for like 50, 60 hours. Okay? It's like 40 parts, and some of the parts are over an hour long. So we've already done 40 plus hours of it. Nothing new is being added. Yeah, we're doing the different DLCs, but it's the same thing over and over. And basically the gimmick wore out. It's kind of like any of these late night streams where we're doing chill stuff, where at first it's popular because it's something new, it's something different. But once it becomes a regular thing, then the interest wanes. I've noticed distinct dropping off of attendance for the Truck Sim streams in the last 2 months. Like, it's been a big downward slope. It's actually my least viewed stream. Did you know that? Did you know that Suikoden was getting more views than Truck Sim? It's true. People just weren't really caring that much about Truck Sim anymore. People were using it as a hangout session, and that's cool. You want to come by and hang out, great, but I need it to be supported. So it already was kind of in that position. Why do you think I kept saying, hey, we got to hit the goal. If we hit the goal, we'll do it next week. And then finally it ended, and that's fine. We absolutely need the time for other games. But like I said this last night on the Daily Wrap. You probably didn't hear it, okay? Last night, a few people who normally would be there for Truck Sim weren't there, all right? Maybe they just couldn't make it. And I understand, not everyone can make every single stream. If some people over the next week show up and they say, hey, I really wanted Truck Sim to continue, and I'm sorry that I wasn't there, but here, I'd like to contribute now and say this is for Truck Sim, okay? We ended the stream at $117. So we get a few people who contribute, then we'll do it again next week. But I'm not going to do that every week. You know what I'm saying? at all. I'm not going to be doing this exception every single week. It's, you know, it's we all know the criteria for a game to stay in the rotation, particularly a chill game, not a narrative-based game, but a chill game. We know this, right? So there you go. If you know the criteria, then follow the criteria. Well, first of all, how much are the goals? I have a goal of $150 per stream, you know, and if we hit it, we count it towards our running tally, and every 10 goals that we hit, we do a reward, typically a special episode of DSP Tries It that you guys contribute toward, right? So there you go. All right, so guys, two things. Number one, can we figure out today what the next DSP Tries It will be? Because we have to know what we're working toward. People are not going to contribute unless they know exactly what the reward will be. So let's figure that out. If it's katsu burger, I'm down for that. Katsu burger was really good last time we had it in November. And I could do the similar thing where I get like 2 big sandwiches and maybe a side. I'd be down for that, okay? Unless you guys have better ideas, I would say let's hold off on Taco Bell because it sounds like Taco Bell's about to have new stuff. But if you guys are aware of anything else new to try, I'd be open to that. I just want to hear the suggestions. Okay, so let's try to figure that out. That's number one. And then number two, can we get some support today? We're hanging out here. Can we get our first support of the day? We have Young Cole who did the first super chat. Can we get our first sub of the day? Can we get a tip today? Can we get something just to get some momentum flowing before we start with GTA 4? Do we like barbecue? We do, Cracker Jacks. We like barbecue. The thing is, there's not a lot of great barbecue around here. We tried 1 or 2 local places. They were too expensive. Like, it just seems like they out here, they're treating barbecue like it's high-end gourmet when barbecue is really not high-end gourmet. All it is it's slow cooking over the course of a day. And there's usually like a smoke or a char flavor absorbed into the meat. But basically, like, it's way expensive for no reason. And there used to be a place called Famous Dave's, which was a chain restaurant that did barbecue, and they were okay in person. They closed. So they're out of the picture. There's 1 or 2 other places, but the other thing is, of course, I can't eat a lot of red meat. And barbecue is primarily red meat. Pork, ribs, beef. It's all, you know, the only thing they do barbecue that's not red meat is chicken. But how often do you want to eat the chicken? It's, you know, you eat every once in a while, but you get tired of just chicken. So it's something that I'm not supposed to be eating often. So it's not something that we really think about. We rarely get barbecue. How short of the goal were we last night for Truck Sim? I believe we ended the stream at $117. So 30 some, we are away, about over a fifth away from hitting the goal. A fifth of the, you know, of what needed to be raised. Crumble cookies will tag. Months ago, I said I either wanted to do crumble cookies or what was the other one? Crave cookies. They're very similar businesses in my area. And I was down for it. But then a lot of people started to complain and say, this isn't what they wanted. Why am I doing it if no one wants it? And then someone actually threatened me and says that if I go to one of these cookie places, they're going to show up and beat me up. Now, obviously, that was fake, and, you know, no one's ever going to do that. The people who fucking say this stuff online are insanely, you know, cowardly wimps who just hide online. That's who they are. That's why they say this kind of stuff. But the point I'm making here is it just didn't seem like people really cared about the cookie stuff. I was down for it, and I told everyone that was going to be the goal. And then people were like, no, we don't want it. And they kind of rallied against it, so we changed it. Why refuse IRL streams? Because if I did IRL streams, people would literally just call the cops and SWAT and do stupid, fucked up stuff like that. I'm not stupid. Like, that's exactly what they would do. I'm not dumb. Why don't I try the worst rated restaurants in my area? Honestly, because when I order food for DSP Tries It, if it's a meal, it's a meal. It's my meal. I'm not going to order food that's purposefully bad that I'm not going to like and then have to make more food or order another meal. I'm not someone who this is my main source of income. DSP Tries It is a side reward for us already hitting goals, but I still have to eat. You understand? If my idea was, well, I'm making this video today because this is the content for my channel that makes money and this is my business, sure, then I would do that. But I actually need to eat the food. What is my go-to breakfast food? Right now, it's one of the healthier frozen breakfast sandwiches. The one that's like turkey sausage, egg whites, and a English muffin. But I actually remove, because they have a piece of American cheese, and I remove the American cheese because it's gross. And I just put a little bit of shreds of sharp cheddar cheese, and that's it. It's very high protein. It's like, I think it's like 18 grams of protein. And it's lower carbs, and it's only like maybe 200 calories. It's a good breakfast. Yes, Young Cole, anyone who supports me gets people harassing them, whether it's video comments, whether it's social media posts, whatever it is, just ignore it. The best way to handle online nonsense from morons is just ignore it completely, and then they go away because they have no response. What it is they're trying to goad you into a response because then they feel like they got some attention because they have no attention in their real life. So this is how they feel like they have some kind of worth or meaning. So if you just ignore them, they go away. If you respond and engage, they won't go away. They'll keep bothering you. No, see, someone said, what about reviewing energy drinks? I don't want to do that. I actually took energy drinks out of my diet. I did used to drink them, or I used to drink those powders and stuff and, make your own. I took them all out of my diet. I don't need any of the freaking, vitamin B and all that shit, the electrolytes they put in it. It's no good for you. Unless you're a super active athlete or whatever, you don't really need that shit. Now I just drink filtered water all day, every day. And I have 2 cups of black coffee, 1 for breakfast, 1 after dinner. And that's it. I don't want any of that crap in my body. And I actually feel better since I've stopped drinking them, quite frankly. I really do. Why black coffee? Because if you have black coffee, you're getting the effects of the caffeine and you're not filling your body with useless carbs that you don't need. If you're putting sugar, cream, all that stuff in there, you're giving yourself empty calories that you don't want. I don't need the empty calories. For breakfast, I'm getting carbs and protein and a little bit of dairy. I'm getting everything that I need from the breakfast sandwich. I don't then need to add extra calories to my coffee. And you might say, well, how do you like the flavor of that? It's an acquired taste like anything. The more that you have something, the more you get used to it and then you like it. I like black coffee. I really do. I prefer black coffee than coffee with sugar or cream in it. I actually would rather have a black coffee. So it's that simple. No, I do not drink soda ever. The only time that I would ever drink soda, let's say I'm out at a restaurant, okay? And I just don't feel like water. Maybe I just want something with a little bit of flavor. I'll get like a Diet Pepsi or something. No sugar. I'll get like Diet Pepsi and, enjoy it rarely, but very rarely. But can we get some support for the stream? How about this? For now, let's say that the next DSP tries it is Katsu Burger, the return. Because we did Katsu Burger in early November of last year. At this point, it's almost been a year since we did Katsu Burger. I'd like to try a different kind this time, because I think last time we tried a chicken and we did the giant one. But let's do a different one. Maybe do 2 different ones and then a side or whatever. Let's just set it as of now. If anyone has a better idea, I'd love to hear it. But right now, it seems like the return to Katsu Burger makes sense. And then for the next one, we'll probably do the new menu that's coming to Taco Bell. And then by then, there'll probably be other things happening. Okay? You'll get us a third of the goal to $50 if I answer a question about why I dropped chill games but never fighting games. I already answered this. I literally already answered this on the stream. I have to repeat myself. Fine, listen up. Ready? Chill games are fun because they're a way for us to interact. It's not necessarily about the gameplay. Let's be honest. Has anyone been riveted about the gameplay of Truck Sim? No. But it's that we get to hang out and interact while I'm doing something that's another activity that's kind of fun, and I wreck or whatever. It's fun, right? But the thing is, those games can get played out and stale, right? To be honest, I think that Truck Sim and Minecraft were kind of getting boring. I didn't want to do the stuff in Minecraft people wanted me to do, like go to the nether and die a million times. No, that's not fun. That's stressful. I'm not playing Minecraft to be stressed out. I'm playing Minecraft to relax, you see? So in that regard, those games can get played out after a while. And I noticed a distinct fall off of attention for the chill games. Once you get like 2 months in, all of a sudden people stop showing up and engaging and supporting. Truck Sim has had the lowest views of any stream that I've been doing. And I kept telling everyone, well, it seems like it's for a smaller audience, but as long as you guys support it, we'll keep doing it. And you say, why do I keep fighting games in the rotation? Because number one, fighting games are a great staple of this channel that I've done for many, many years. There is an audience for fighting games. They just can't be there every time. They usually show up when I play them on a Friday night. If I move it to a Thursday night or a Wednesday night, then we get less people. and it's usually less support. Typically on a Friday night, we hit a goal. Almost every time on a Friday night, we will hit a goal for a fighting game. Sometimes we'll exceed goals for fighting games, okay? In addition, I love fighting games. I grew up playing them. I crave them. It's something that I love to do, regardless of the fact if, it's always in line with what everyone here wants. It ends up being something that is entertaining for me, is fun for the audience, and in general, it's good variety for the channel. So there's no reason for me to say, oh, we played a fighting game and this week we only raised $50. Well, it sucks. Obviously, I wish I did better than that. But that doesn't mean that we have to just give up on fighting games, okay? As opposed to a chill playthrough can easily be replaced with another chill playthrough. And then it's fresh again because it's a new game. Do you see? It's pretty simple. Fighting games don't take up a lot of time. It's only once a week tops. Fighting games are good variety. I love them. And if I do them on the right day, I typically do well. As opposed to these chill games, they last a while, then they usually burn out, and then people want something new. And that's what we're doing. We're basically hitting that reset button right now. We're taking some extra time to do other games. Likely, eventually, we'll get another chill game into the rotation, and then it will start over again. It's really not that complicated. It's just people who have this black and white mentality of thinking can't get it. It's this, simplistic, well, either you do it this way, you do it that way. How dare you ever veer from that formula? Well, because life isn't black and white. Life is very subjective. In this case, I subjectively treat fighting games differently because I personally like them. They're great content for the channel. They're a staple of this channel. And they do well a lot of the time. Okay, guys, we're going to start with GTA in a sec. Can we get some support? Right now, we have one piece of support from Young Cole. That's it. Can we get another super chat? Can we get a tip? Can we get a sub, our first sub of the day? When we start up here, can we please get some support for the stream before we start with the game? I would appreciate that. Let me go grab the controller. Well, look who's back. Now, I already said this before and they didn't answer, so I'm going to publicly ask this right now. To this person who donated all this support yesterday, are you going to abide by the rules as is required like everyone else? Meaning you don't insult me, you don't insult others, and you're actually a positive force for the stream. Because if you're going to sit here and you're going to start spewing insults, I'm just going to ban you right now and save us all the time. Your money doesn't buy you immunity to act like an asshole here on the stream. So are you going to behave or do I ban you right now? So that way we can just focus on the game because I've already had enough. Really. Let's see how they respond. Well, they said, I'm sorry. Are you sincere? All right, I'll give you the benefit of the doubt because you gave me $10. But I'll warn you right now, if you act up, I'm going to be very upset and I'm going to waggle my finger at you like this on the stream. And that is a very, very serious matter. Let me tell you something. All right? All right, well. And for the record, everyone thinks that this guy, PPP's 600-pound gun, everyone thinks this is Iron Chef Sakai on a sock account. Like, literally everyone. Not only detractors, but, like, everyone. Fans. Everyone believes that it's ICS. But you got to abide by the rules. The moment that I see you breaking the rules, that's it. The wrath of God shall be struck upon you. All right. Rock Bottom Podcast did a $5 super chat and says if they can't charge back, then just take the money. People don't have to read it. Well, again, I understand that. You're right. You're absolutely right. And the thing is, I want people to understand that my streams are my place of business. All right. And it needs to have a working, safe environment. We can't have a place where people think that they can do whatever they want because they're throwing money around. The rules apply to everyone. Everyone needs to be safe. Everyone needs to be treated equally here. No favors, none of that nonsense where, oh, I bought my way into favor and shit like that. That doesn't fly here. All right? So it's that simple. If I see it, you're gone. Just like everybody else. Okay? Everyone should be treated the same. So let's see what happens today. They just apologized. They said, I'm sorry. So let's see. Literally the entire group of people, and you know how many people watch my fucking streams and everything. You know what I mean? Everyone's going to have an eye on this guy and see what he says today. Fox McFox at a $5 super chat says he already broke the rules. He said every detractor meme in chat yesterday. but money gives him a pass. No, I just asked him outright, called him out, and he apologized. What would you like me to do? Put his balls on the coals? Should I have him walk up on broken glass? You know, he said he's sorry, so let's see if he's for real. Right?
I got the drip go. 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 It's like a faucet that's dripping. You can't make it stop. So what do you want me to do? Have a mute button that every second I'm tapping the mute button just in case I'm gonna have to clear? Like, this is what I mean, these dumb kids. This is what it is, it's dumb kids.